Hello friends, this is Ganesh and video number 10. In this video I'm going to explain about table function part 2 and the continuation of the previous one. So in this video we are going to see what are the functions we can use inside the method, class method, which is the part of the table function, and how to do a data handling which is not possible in serious views. Then how to declare a variable, how we can utilize the if, else and end if conditions. Okay, so many things we are going to see in the class method. Okay, so before getting to that, let me quickly go through the previous video about the table function. So table function is a place where we can achieve based on our business requirement, and which is not possible in serious views level. That is a basic thing why we need a table function. So we can use our SQL statement, SQL functions and data manipulations. So different concept we can utilize in the method way. And the basic idea would be, the first step is how to create a table function. Just create a table function with the class name and method and what are the input and output parameters, and create a class and method with the help of HANA Studio or Eclipse itself. Just create it and do all the implementation part. So the idea is table function is a kind of a template or definition, and what is the input, what is the output. The implementation is happening in the inside the method of the particular class. And once these two are ready, you can call this table function any of your CDS views. Okay, so that is possible because this is not available in your SE11 or your ABAP dictionary. You're not able to do it. Even in the annotation itself, there is no SQL new view name. So that is not going to be consumed directly in your ABAP program. So you need a CDS view. And this table function can be utilized more than one CDS view as well, can be called. And in this video, we are going to see about table function with parameters, how we can use a user input to execute a table function. And this is the basic stuff for all the ABAPs, how to write or create or select statement based on the previous data. So like example, for all entries, I want to get the information based on the previous internal table concept. So that we are going to see in this video. And the declaration, how to declare a variable inside a method, and data handling in the SQL statement, like with the help of case, I need to add some values, I need to do some case statement, if this is a case and do this, do that. So those things also we're going to see, and some SQL functions. So the basic function is I want to calculate the 10 days from the current date. Okay, I want the previous 10 days from the current date or next 10 days from the current date. I need to do a format change to my date field. So for that I need to use some SQL functions. So we're going to see that. And usage of table dummy. I have given an introduction about dummy. Dummy is a kind of a table where you can use it for your any kind of a calculations. Normally, if you want to create a table and use it, SQL given an option called dummy. So you can perform some calculations with the help of the dummy table. And if condition, how to create a if, else and end if. So case also possible, if also possible. Okay, so these are the ideas or concepts I'm going to explain in this particular table function part 2 video. So let's go to the system directly. So here, yeah, let me close so many stuff. So here, yeah. Now this is my previous table function, which has production order and order type. And I have created the class and the method where I'm going to perform the implementation of my table function. Okay, and this is used the class, this is the class name, and this is the method I have created for the table function, and this is the implementation of my method, and this is called in a two different CDS views. So here, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to include a parameter. So with parameters, meaning my table function is going to work based on the user input. So the user input is order type. So just order type give the your name whatever you want and the data element of for that particular field AURD. Suppose if you want more than one, so you can do what? With the help of comma AUFNR and AUFNR. So in this example, I go with only the order type. So let me delete this. So step one is over. In step one, I have enabled the input parameters p underscore order type. And step two, I need to utilize this in my method. Based on the user input only, my return should work, right? So here I'm going to use where condition where AUART is equal to p underscore order type. So this is not going to be declared anywhere because this method is especially for the table function. We already declared it. So whatever you declared as the input parameter that can be accessed inside your method as well. One syntax, it should be colon because you should understand or you should give a information to the database. This is not a database field. This is not a part of a database build. This is might be application layer field. So you have to use always the colon over here. Okay, so just activate it and go to your table function, execute, give the value ybm1. This is one of the order type and enter. You'll get it. So you'll get only the orders which is belongs to ybm1. The same way you can give whatever orders you want. So now the table function is work based on the user input. Clear? Okay. So next step, I'm going to increase some of the fields for my table function. Let me do it. It's already I have created it. So for the time consuming process, so let me copy it over there. I'm going to take these values first, these fields I'm going to introduce. I want routing, I want counter, I want two standard values from a different database tables. Okay, let me activate this. So the idea is first I'm going to take the order details from the base table and I'm going to get the operation details from another table. So it's nothing but based on the step one, my step two will work. Same like for all entries. Okay. So that I'm going to perform. So first what I'm going to do is let me, okay, comment that because I have increased the return parameters, right? It's not only three, almost at seven, I believe. So let me comment that. So comment is nothing but selected control shift comma and uncomment control shift dot. So first I'm going to perform my um, header details like order details. So select MANDT I want, AUFNR I want, AUART I want. Okay. So from AUFK table. So here this is an internal table. Forget about this error because return is disabled. That's why they're giving the error. It doesn't have a return parameter. The return statement should be defined. Let it be. So ITAFK is a kind of internal table. It will take more than one record from the database table. Okay. Here the declaration is not required. Maybe if you say ABAP and HANA and all, you can be able to declare your internal table in the select statement itself. Same concept. So ITAFK is the internal table. It can be hold more than one record from the source. Okay. And is it again I'm saying it no need to declare at the runtime. It will accommodate the values from these three fields. And the next step I'm going to take from AUFK table. So select I want AUFNR and then routing AUFPL from AFKO. Now this AFKO will work based on my previous data. So here it is. The previous data is available in an internal table called IT underscore AUFK. I'm referring internal table for your reference. It's easy to understand. Okay. Otherwise, this is one of the medium. It can hold more than one record at a time. So here where AUFNR in because more than one record is available, so that needs to be coming from my internal table. So again one more select AUFNR from your from your internal table. So your internal table name is it underscore afk. I already mentioned you have to use the symbol called colon. Make sure this is not the property of any database, not your on a database, okay? Because this is an internal table, right? This is not a database table. So you should not search. If you say colon, it won't search from your database table. And end of the statement. Okay, so this is the way you have to use it, and this is the error because the table is not used over here. So let me use it, afk. Okay, so it's a very simple, and you got to use a select based on this internal table and what is a field, because you have more than one field is available. And if you say I want to use a negative, yes, go with not done. And your target is only a variable, so you can use equal symbol, equal, not equal, but the target is not a variable, it's the internal table, so you have to use select AUFNR from. In suppose some scenarios, if your internal table has only one field, only AUFNR, then you can perform the operation like this, like start from. But here you can use select start from because it has more than one field is available, you are not able to use. So it's saying not enough values, okay, because the left expression list has fewer values but the right is more. It's kind of okay than your subquery. Okay, technical term, subquery. Maybe it might be you had doubt. So it's a kind of a subquery, I have used it, but subquery used for my internal table. Okay, and next I'm going to use kind of inner joins. Let's let me give a name, it hours. So select, I'm going to use afvv and afvz table over here. So I want AUF here, so routing number, no, it's not happening, AFPL, and AFVV dot APLZL is a counter. Then I need some values to be added, standard values. So VGW01, AFVV, VGW02, and I need a date as well. So I want EDD. Okay. Then I need an operation number from AFVC. So AFVC dot VORNR. Okay. So here I can say from AFVV inner join, let me go here, yeah, inner join AFVC. Okay, so alias name, you can provide whatever name you want. So here I can go the same name, so AFVC as AFVC, and here AFVC is also as AFVV. Okay, and what is the condition? So AFVV dot AUFPL is equal to AFVC dot AUFPL, and AFVV dot, okay, one second. Yep, I'm correct. I just will clarify the fields. APLZL is equal to AFVC dot APLZL dot. Okay, and this is not belongs or based on any of these values. So this is independent. Okay. So just for my scenarios I used, maybe sometimes it might logical, sometimes it not. So don't worry, because I want to show you some concepts. That's why I'm going with this level. So I have three different internal tables. So finally, I want to return the value. So from this, I'm going to return the values to my table function parameters. So return, what are the things I want? Better I copy and paste it here. I want this, right? So copy this. Okay, I want paste it here. So I want a client. So client is from select. Let's have some alias name. Okay, just for your reference, what I'm going to do is let's have a alias name here as header is alias name. Okay, I think that's not work. Let's see. I'm going to take from AUFK, I want MANDT as client. Then I want a production order that is also from AUFK header. So you can perform a select for an internal table also. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the value from these three internal tables only in my return statement. Okay. So just for your reference, I will anyway I will go with AUFK alias name is header, and this is I go with kind of operations, and this can be mm, kind of routing informations. Okay, so header, and here it's AUFNR as production order, comma, and order type. Order type is also from AUFK only. So str header dot AUART as order type. Okay, done. And next, routing is coming from AFKO table. So let me go with operations dot AUFPL as routing. Okay, and the counter is coming from my third internal table IT underscore as. So let me go with routing details. ROUT dot counter is APLZL as counter. Okay, and standard values. So that is also from the same internal table. So it's nothing but ROUT. Okay, I'll just change this as hours. Okay, alias name. I change hours. So hours dot VGW01 as standard value 1 deleted. So this is my way of writing it, because even if it is a small spelling mistake, it will give a type mismatch. That's why I just copy pasted here and modified it and as standard value 2. Okay, so now I'm going to write the source of this particular fields. So select can be used for your internal table also. So like IT AUFK, and the alias name is header. You can perform an inner join for your internal table as well. AFKO as, what is the alias name I given? Operations opper. Okay, so on, what is the condition over here? So header dot aufnr is equal to operation dot aufnr. Okay, and the same thing I'm going to perform a left outer join, because that is not relevant, right? So here this is just taken from the database table, not depends on your internal table. So I just perform a left outer join here. Left outer join, I'm going to use IT underscore hours as HRS. So on, what is the condition? So condition is it's going to be AUFPL and AUFPL based on this particular AFQO table. So on operation dot AUFPL is equal to hours dot AUFPL. Okay, and finally I need to perform a var condition. Var condition is for header dot AUART is equal to, and my input name, so p underscore order type. So clear? So this is the way I have to do the perform. I think there is no red line, so probably there is no syntax error, so hope so. Good so far. Yes, activated successfully. Okay, so the idea is, so this is a way also you can perform your internal tables inside the method. So based on the internal table, you can write the code. Okay, so this should be in, yeah, in, and you can perform an inner outer join for your internal table as well, and you can do your input parameter inside your method. Okay, let's act over this, and now go to your table function and execute ybm1. You will get it, some extra values in your existing table function. Okay, so here you have how many values? Same 4077 values with some extra addition information like counter, standard value 1 and standard value 2. Clear? And one more thing you have to do is you can pass a constant value also. Okay, suppose if you want to pass any constant value. For example, I'm saying it's not always be the same order type. So the same thing you can give as order type. So always you don't depend on your internal table or your database table. So you can pass some constant value also. This will be useful for many business scenarios. Okay. And the final, because I don't want to dump everything in one video. So finally, I want to add some values over here. Just go here. Here you will get an error message. This is the CDS view which I'm calling the table function, because now the table function is enabled with the input parameter, so that's why giving an error. So you have to give the input parameter value as well. So from your table function within bracket, so control space bar, you will get it. What is the parameter is required for this table function? P underscore order type. So P underscore order type using colon, don't use equal, and ybm1. So if you want use select statement, or if you want to use the input parameter for CDS view, then you have to create or redesign the CDS view with the input parameter, pass that particular value to this particular order type of your table function. Okay, so if you want, okay, I think I have already explained how to create a CDS view with the input parameter, so use the same concept over here and act toward it. Okay, I need all the values over here, right? So control space bar, insert all elements. Okay, so it's inserted all the elements. Okay, from my OPR as well. So I don't want this one. OPR is nothing but the value from AFKO table. So it's added all the values, all the fields. So let it be. It won't harm anything. So just for practice, right? So I don't want this. And it's added my values as well, production order. So here this is an error because it's not unique. It says not unique because I have already added the first line. So let me delete that one. Yeah, just delete it. Okay, okay, let me have this as the first few fields. So I want order fields to be first. So here, come. Okay, done. So this is maximum second CDS view with the inner join concept. So the error, there is an error. Let's see what is the error. Go to the problem view. Syntax error, I think somewhere some extra additional commas might be included. Yes, here. The last field should not be a comma. Delete it. And you have a check as well. Not only directly activate, you have a check as well. So same how we are doing in our ABAP. Same thing, you have a check as well over here. Okay. And try to activate it. Okay, there's another error. Let's see. Problem. So see a reference table. Oh yeah, okay. This probably I have to take a next time. Some conversions we have to specify the reference value with the same of annotations. I will take little later. So better I delete this, and I want OPER just APR only this field. Okay, and activate it. So I don't want to combine that annotation as well as in the same table function concept. What is another error over here? Okay, standard value 1 and 2 to be okay. Let do one thing. I have to do annotations over here. Let me do it. Okay, I'll give a simple example. So now the standard value is from the table AFBV, and this is the field standard value. And for this, what is the UIM? So this is the reference field. So normally if you go and just check in the currency and quantity field, so you just come to know what is the reference field for VGWNS AFBV VGE1 only. Okay, so this is the value which we have to pass as a reference even in CDS as well. So for this, what I'm going to do is a simple because I didn't involve this particular value in my CDS in a particular field in my CDS view So what I'm going to do is one second, let me get my charger. Yep. So I'm going to create a field because this is not from my table function. This field is not involved. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a field over here. Okay, in this CDS view. So consider this is my the final CDS view. So okay, I'll take this chance to explain one more concept. So always you keep the final CDS view only for these kind of manipulations, adding a casting or just do a casting based on your business final requirement in the UI application. So don't do any big logics or joins in the final CDS view. Once I take the VDM on data category concept, so this will be more useful. Okay, but keep one thing in your mind: final CDS view is only for some cosmetic changes or to keep your data rich. Okay, only that you can keep your final CDS view. So here what I'm going to do is I need a field to refer the value for the standard value 1 and value 2. So here I'm going to introduce the concept called casting. I will explain casting little elaborate in another video. Just remember casting. Hopefully you are able to understand what is casting. So here I'm going to use minutes. Normally this is minutes, hours and days for this particular standard value field. So here I'm going to use this as minute as, and I need a data element for this. Okay, so data element is this one. Just copy, paste it. Okay, and field. So this is the field which is going to carry my unit of measure. Okay, so this is step one. Still is not completed. So you need to create a field, because this field I didn't get it in my CDS view. Suppose if you say okay, I want VG E01 also in my part of the CDS view, yes, is well and good. If not, you can manage this way as well. Okay, and you have to mention clearly, because in SE11 you mention clearly, yes, this is my reference field. If you go and here currency, you can mention this is my reference field, but in CDS everything is used or based on the annotations. So here I'm going to give a annotations to match. This is the UIM for my particular field. So semantics dot amount dot currency code SUOM. Okay, so now 1 is enough. So this will satisfy for the field standard value 1. So the same UOM is going to be used for my standard value 2 as well. Okay, so now everything is fine. If I activate, yes, it's activated successfully. So one more additional concept we have seen without the plan. So here I'm going to use casting concept, and one more annotation is something but a reference field. So how to specify your reference currency key field or your UAM field for any of your CDS view fields. Okay, yeah. So I will stop in this place, and I believe I need one more video to show some more annotations and some more function, SQL functions and local variable declarations, everything about the table function. So probably we'll see you in the next video with those options. Okay, so thank you so much for your time. See you in the next video. Bye.